Hello, friends. How are you? I hope you are fine. Today's topic is corruption. The name of the topic is Why is the corruption so rampant in India? You will find corruption everywhere, but in India, corruption is very high. If you go to the North America or Western Europe, you will find the corruption, but the level of corruption is very low. You will find corruption in developed countries at a higher level. That means you will find corruption at a multinational level who are trying to bribe the general bureaucrats of or politicians of a developing countries. It will be difficult to find the corruption at a lower level in developed countries. In developing countries like India, you will find corruption at all the level from top to the low. So we will try to explain or elaborate the answer of the above question, why is the corruption so rampant in India? We will try to discuss the questions in two aspects. One is moral aspects and second is economic aspects. First, what is corruption? Corruption can be defined as the use of public office for personal gain. Basically, we can say that corruption is the normal feature of the transition period when a society such as India is passing from a feudal agriculture stage to a modern industrial stage. I will try to explain this statement in a simple way. As I say, it is a transition phase. India is a transition phase between feudal agriculture economy to the industrial economy. First, we will try to explain the characteristic of feudal or agriculture economy. The first characteristic of feudal or agriculture economy is the joint family. Everyone know the joint family. So joint family are based on collectivism. That means they are dependent on the kinship. As it is dependent on a kinship, there is a possibility of nepotistic extension. Similarly, joint family acted as a safety net for the family. In that context, in this situation, this feudal or agriculture society form its own moral system, or we also call it a moral code. Edward Hall, the American anthropologist, had used two terms, high context society and low context society. So, India, Brazil, these are the examples of high context society where we find the corruption at all level. If you see the industrial society, the characteristic of industrial society are nuclear family. You will find individualism, that means there is less dependence on kinship, and automatically because of this nuclear family and individualism, the value system of industrial society is totally different from the feudal or agriculture economy. Now, as I said, India is in a transition phase. What does it mean? Basically, in last 70 years, India is moving from agriculture economy to industrial or modern economy. So, when we are moving from agriculture economy to industrial economy, our value system or moral code are not defined. We wanted to give up some values of a feudal society or agriculture society, but at the same time we want to adhere to the some moral values of feudal or agriculture society. Similarly, we want to actually accept some values of an industrial society, and in that way our value system, as we are in a transition phase, are not properly stabilized. So when we get the opportunity, we indulge in the corruption, and as we indulge in the corruption, it is because of our weak moral codes or moral system. The another aspects of this corruption is the economy. In last 70 years, India has developed, or there is a huge industrialization. As there is industrialization in India, prices are rising everywhere. And as the prices are rising, there is not a increase in the income correspondingly, or we can say that there is a stagnant income. So to maintain one's lifestyle, there is a need of money, and so whenever person get the opportunity to earn the money, they indulge in the corruption. To conclude the above discussion, I can say that we should not bother about the corruption. Corruption is more about the moral values. Corruption is more about the increase in the prices of the economy. So in next 20 or 30 years, Indian economy will be fully industrialized. As we will be fully industrialized, our moral system or moral codes would be stabilized. As our moral codes or moral system is stabilized, we will be less inclined to corruption. Similarly, if our economy is highly industrialized after 25 or 30 years, automatically there will be decline in the prices in the economy, and automatically the money earned by the common man, they will be satisfied with that money. So from all this conclusion or discussion, we come to the conclusion that we should not bother about the corruption. We should give some time to Indian society to stabilize our moral values and stabilize our economic system, and automatically it would be observed that we will have less corruption like a developed countries like North India or Western Europe. Thank you for watching my video.